I don't feel the same way as everybody else does about this being a masterpiece, because in my opinion it isn't. I'm going to try to be as vague as I possibly can because I feel that people deserve to not be spoiled seeing this movie. Now, I'm going to make it perfectly clear. This movie isn't bad by any means. This movie actually is very, very good. And the finale is, whoa, oh my goodness. And that's the best way I can say it without saying something else. But man, was the finale great. And also the ending was very, very touching and very sweet. And I know, and it's true when everyone says there wasn't a dry eye in the house. In every review that I have seen on Twitter and also on YouTube, they were not lying. There are most of the fans, most of the people watching in the crowd, they were crying their eyes out. Like, I'm not gonna lie. If you are really heavily invested into the MCU, you're gonna have tears in your eyes. You're going to cry. Was I one of them? No, I wasn't. Mainly because me being the analytical individual that I am, and I break stuff down a little bit too much, but in this case, there were a lot of things that happened in this movie that made zero sense. As epic as it was, as ambitious as this movie was, I will give them a lot of props for them to be able to put everybody in the MCU's 11-year run in this film without it making it feel like it's overblown. Maybe I gave a little bit too much as a spoiler, but yeah, it didn't feel completely overblown. They were able to cram everybody in there and give them the spotlight that they deserved, which is very well done. But the decisions that were made no sense to me. It still to this day made no sense. A lot of things that happened we didn't even have a chance to see, which still bothered me a lot. There were major continuity issues with previous movies into this movie that made no sense. It seems like things were just rewritten just for the sake of it being rewritten, just to wrap it up. But that also bothered me a lot. Now, for those who are afraid of Captain Marvel blowing up the whole movie, being there, hi, I'm Captain Marvel. No, it wasn't like that. They utilized her very well. She wasn't she wasn't taking over the movie. They put her in points where she's supposed to be. They didn't shoehorn her in. They actually used her well, so everybody can put their pitchforks and their torches down. Captain Marvel was used very well in this movie. But the decisions that were made still made no sense to me. There were a lot of things that they changed around. And also, my bigger issue, besides the one previously for Infinity War, and if y'all seen that review, you definitely know who I'm talking about. I hated what they did with Thor. I'm just gonna say that. I hated what they did with him. Okay? That's the only thing that I'm gonna say. I despised what they did with Thor. And knowing that this is a Disney, that Disney owns Marvel, you can probably see it. Like, I'm not gonna lie. You can see in this movie, in one scene towards the end, that you can be like, yep, Disney. 100% Disney. You know this is Disney's trademark. They just put the stamp on it. They're like, the House of the Mouse, bam, right there. House of Mouse, right there. You just kind of knew. But other than that, man, it was very well done. It was a very well put together movie. There were major issues that I had with it, but not a lot of people are going to see that. A lot of people are going to see this being a very wrapped up, very well done movie. There were people that would just had their bawling their eyes out, and of course there were people that were a little bit too hyped for this movie, to the point where I'm like, can you please just stop talking over the movie so I can hear it, please? But despite all that, this movie really, it's not bad. For anybody that wants to see it, it's gonna be great for Marvel fans because it gives you great Easter eggs. Easter eggs for those that actually read the comic. Some here and there. They kind of change stuff around a little bit, but you can kind of predict a few things. But when it comes to casuals will absolutely love it because number one, they had an amazing finale. Absolutely amazing finale, very touching ending. Leading on up to it, it actually does grip you. And for some people who are fans of certain characters, you will definitely, it'll grip you. It'll get you right there, get you in the feels. But for those, for casuals or for fans alike, you'll probably enjoy it. Me, I'm on the fence, and this is because I'm an overthinker. But I'm a sucker for continuity. I'm a sucker for character growth. There was a lot of character growth in this, and there was a lot of individuals that you're like, wow, I didn't really see that coming. But like I said, there's a lot of things in this movie that makes no sense. I did not like what they did with Thor. I was happy that they utilized Captain Marvel the way she should have been used, and they used her very well in this. And the finale was just whoa. But there was a lot of things that were just unexplained that still bothers me. But still, if you want to see this movie, I think it is best definitely you stay off Twitter because people are going to be spoiling things. Definitely stay off YouTube because they're probably going to be doing spoilers sometime next week. Go in there with a fresh brain. And honestly, I would not watch all the Marvel movies because you're going to probably be like me. You'll probably be scratching your head like, wait, wasn't this in that? And that means what? Didn't you just explain? There'll be a lot of things you'll be scratching your head about. Go in there with a fresh mind. Don't watch all the movies. Just remember what you know and just go in there blind. And also let you guys know, and I did Google this when I was in the movies, there may not be any post-credit scenes. When I Googled it, they said that there wasn't any post-credit scenes, and of course, like the mindless sheep they turned us into, everybody was pretty much sitting in the movie theater just waiting. Okay. And I'm just Googling this now. Avengers Endgame has no mid or post-credit scenes for the first time since the MCU began churning out movies. 21 in total before Endgame. A Marvel movie will end with no post-credit scenes. However, there is something at the end of the movie after the credits roll. And it's not a scene, it's a sound. So you'll hear something. You're not going to get a scene, but you'll hear something. And honestly, I'm going to probably look it up on YouTube. I wasn't going to sit in the movie theater waiting for those credits to roll up to hear a sound. No thank you. I'm kind of glad I did leave. I'll probably find out on YouTube anyway. But other than that, y'all, if you want to see this movie, I advise you just to go in with a fresh brain. Do not look at Twitter. Do not look at Facebook. Do not look at YouTube. Go and don't even watch the other movies. Go in with a fresh mind. You'll enjoy yourself. You'll have a good time. I did. It's not a bad movie. It's just I'm still on the fence. But like I said, I think too much. But other than that, y'all, for those who actually have seen Endgame, leave in the comments below. Let me know how you felt about the movie. Because that's pretty much how I felt about the movie in general. And I wouldn't be surprised in the next few weeks that people are going to honestly start thinking a little differently about this movie. If not, they'll probably still think it's a masterpiece. And that's fine. That's 100% fine. But as for me, I'm still on the fence. It's still a good movie to watch, though. But there was a lot of things in the movie that made no sense. But other than that, I've already explained that. But that's just how I feel about it, guys. That's my own little personal vague as ever review. But let me know how you feel for those who have seen Endgame and leave in the comments below. I will talk to y'all later. Peace out.